So, obviously, if you agree with someone on something, that's not how it works. If I were to have a conversation with someone like, say, Destiny, and I would ask him if he likes pineapple on pizza, and he said he didn't, then we would agree, because pineapple on pizza is disgusting. We both agree that there are contradictions in something with a Muslim. Does not mean we agree 100% with a Muslim. It means we agree with that specific statement. When I say that Catholicism is not backed up by church history because the papacy is not universal, then a Protestant could agree with me because he doesn't believe in the papacy. But we both disagree on exactly how that works and exactly what we agree on. There is no alliance between Orthobros and Muslims, obviously. Now, Orthobros are mean. I definitely don't disagree with that. There's a lot of them that are just despicable and horrible. Say horrible things, not far off from what a lot of Catholics say. A lot of Protestants have said even worse. Even if you look at Mr. David Wood himself, he has obviously said some very mean things in the past, which I can't disagree with all of it. Eastern Orthodoxy is not Islamic just because we both agreed on something. No one might say, in this hypothetical, let's just say that we act the same, that we pray the same. We're not the same, you see, because Islam is a heretical sect that was created in Arabia, in Mecca, by Muhammad, who was a pedophile. Now, obviously, a lot of people will say that he was tricked by a demon to get these scriptures or to say these things, but I don't think that's true. I think it's too schizophrenic for me. But I do believe that Muhammad was obviously a terrible person, and he obviously was just a puppeteer for somebody else to get power. This is just so somebody who made this up so we could, or it's not we, but so he could get in with the little kids. We're talking Islamically speaking. There's not a lot of records to show that Muhammad even existed, which a lot of people don't bring up. So Muhammad might not have been real. Now, I do think he was a real figure in person, but the fact of the matter is this guy, there's a possibility that he was just made up by a bunch of powerful sectarian Islamics who existed, who came up with this idea of Islam so that they could use power for a religion. And then they used that to conquer the Middle East, North Africa, and Europe, and also a lot of Asia too, and all that other stuff. So Islam is obviously false, but in Eastern Orthodoxy, we are the continuation of the true church, to my belief. Well, Rome split from us. In 1053, there was one church. In 1054, there were two churches. And we believe that we are the continuation of the one true church, which we are. Eastern Orthodoxy is the truth. That's what we believe. We believe that we are the continuation of the early church through the apostles, which was brought down through Jesus Christ. David Wood, on the other hand, is a Protestant who split off from Catholicism, which split off from us. So he's a heresy of a heresy. He isn't even Protestant, though. He's a split off of Protestantism. He is more non-denominational, if anything. So even then, he's a split off of a split off of a split off. He is a schismatic in nature, and he's trying to come in and impose this mere Christianity doctrine, which I'm taking from what Cleveland Antiquity said. This is not just mere Christianity. That's not what Christianity is. We have disagreements. We disagree with things. Obviously, we can work together, but when you try and come to this, oh, I don't really care, let's not really focus on denominations, and then you turn around and you say, don't become Eastern Orthodox because they don't want to work with us because they don't want to work in ecumenical. Listen, I'm going to say this now. I have no problem working with other people who are Christian. No problem with it. But I'm going to make it clear. I believe in what I believe is true, which it is true, and you don't, so you're wrong. We can not talk about that. We can talk about something else. If we're talking politics, guess what? If you disagree, if you're a Catholic, if you're Protestant, I don't care. Whatever, we're cool. But just so you know, behind those closed doors, we don't agree. It's not going to stick. But when we're talking Islam, when we're talking Christianity as a whole, sure, we can go after Islam. We can talk about Buddhism and all this. But we're not the same. We're not going to be the same religion. We're going to work together. Obviously, we go under this banner of we're Christianity. But just because we're Christian doesn't mean that we agree. We're not going to agree. They're trying to some of them are staying silent. Some of them are just not caring. Whatever. This is against the Protestants here. But they are taking Orthodox away from the church and they're sending them to the Messianic Judaic church, which is ridiculous. And so now they're trying to still seem like they're just neutral. But then when they get called out, then it's, oh, orthobros are working with Muslims. Obviously, I'm not an orthobro. I think they're mean. I think Jay Dyer is mean. I don't watch a lot of his videos. But when I saw this, I thought it was stupid. I want to talk about this because it's not how that works. And they're trying to come out against us, which is wrong. They are in the wrong, and then they continue to push themselves more to be wrong by saying that we're right, you're wrong. Don't go to that church. Come to the Messianic Judaic temple instead. No, because here's the thing: they're trying to work with Messianic Judaism, but they're trying to stuff us out because we consider ourselves a true church. They're willing to work with the Judaizers, which are heretics. These guys are completely opposed. We're like our long lost Jewish brothers. We should support Israel. But when other Christians that we are willing to work with say that they're the one true church and that we're wrong, well, then we just gotta stuff them out. Just continued against Islam. Nobody would care. Stuff for whatever. And this is hypocritical to the core, and it is silly, it is ridiculous, and it is a joke. It should just. Thank you all for watching. Obviously, this is a bit more sporadic video. I don't really have much else really to add. Diametrically, I'm sorry about upload schedule. Been looking after my new dog, and nobody else can watch him because some stupid reason. And so I've been kind of impossible for me to record because I usually record when no one's home, but when no one's home, I have to watch the dog. So he's sleeping now, so I can finally record this. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.